Glad you're back with us. Matt Lee joins us. Hey, hot enough for you? That's what we'll be talking about today, is how to stay cool with, we're talking about cooling units for your home. And welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
I had my AC on, a few days ago.
Yeah.
And I'm in a condo, so I have a built-in unit. And it pulls all that humidity. And I had to dump a huge pot of water.
Yeah.
That was just in the air, all that moisture.
Yeah.
But let's talk about how to stay cool this summer.
Yeah, so, people always, are wondering what an AC unit costs and if you can install it. So basically, the central air unit sits outside the home, and it runs in an insulated line that runs in through your furnace.
Those big boxes you see in some of the newer homes.
Yeah, and they have a fan on the top, and it's grated, and there's always so the line runs in, goes through the furnace, so therefore you can control it with your thermostat, and blows it throughout the home. There's different sizes for different size of homes, and then there's different pricing when you get into whether you want to go with more of a lower energy efficient unit or up into the higher energy efficient units.
And a lot of the newer ones are higher efficiency, I would think.
They are, but there's still a range, to tell you the truth. So therefore, you can go from a cheaper unit that's going to cost you more hydro to something that's more expensive that is going to cost you less energy. But there's kind of a happy medium here where you might buy the best one on the block, and that's great. But we only use it where we are in our climate for about 3 months a year.
Right.
So you got to find out how much energy it's actually using, and how much money you're actually going to save by what are you actually installing, and how much is it going to cost you, and how long is it going to last.
So if you're out, you're in the market to buy, and you're looking around, this is something to keep in mind. What kind of cooling unit?
What kind of cooling unit you want, getting these experts in, getting a heating and cooling person in. I mean, I spoke with Tozer Heating. They actually have done my stuff personally. They installed one for me that was a central air unit 2 years ago in a home that was about 1,200 square feet. It was a unit called, it was a 1.5 ton. So therefore, and it was just over, it was between $2,000 and $2,500 for that unit. So if somebody's looking at putting central air unit and don't really know what the prices are, I mean,
and that's a one-time cost plus monthly.
Your energy.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And having these things, serviced when you're having your furnace serviced, having them checked out is always a good idea. But the prices do range, going from, somewhere in the 23 to 25 range up to $4,000, $4,500, somewhere in there, to give you an idea. That's what I was told. So it's something that to keep in mind. So I think that, looking at a unit of that size, getting into bigger homes, getting into more windows, that's why these experts need to come in, because if all of a sudden you have a home that has a full wall that is windows and you've got this beautiful view, you might need a bigger unit, because there's more heat loss, or there's more heat coming in at that time of year, and that's happening. So you need to watch out for that.
Remember my first condo in Toronto, I had floor-to-ceiling windows, and I ended up putting in a chandelier with the candles. Those old-timey candles. I come home and all the candles were like melted.
Yeah.
Just because of the sun coming through the window.
And then you wonder what your heat bill is in the winter. You start looking at that, and it's like R5 or R6 or whatever the windows are. I have to look it up, but it's something, instead of having a thick insulated wall, now all of a sudden you have this pane of glass.
Right.
So it makes it a big difference.
Matt, good to see you. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.